Hi everyone, welcome back, and this is part 2 in my She Wants to Paralyze Herself video. You may know that a couple of months ago I made this video, and what it is a reaction video to a lady called Chloe Jennings White. The video is made by Barcroft TV, and I did a reaction to the video where we are led to believe that Chloe wants to become a paraplegic.
Harm herself in a bid to become paraplegic for real.
The video actually gained quite a lot of attention, and while I was making the video I did feel like I wanted to contact Chloe myself. However, I didn't know where to begin, but it just so happens that through someone watching my video they were able to connect us. So I have been chatting to Chloe. She was keen to tell me more about the video and tell her side of the story, which is fantastic because I really want to let you know her story. So in this video I'm going to be talking about some medical terms that I might not pronounce correctly. I did want to set up a Skype call with Chloe. However, she lives in the depths of Utah and is unable to get a good internet connection. So then I did say, can we make a phone call interview? However, you're going to learn further on in this video as to why we couldn't have a telephone conversation. But Chloe has emailed me answers to my questions, so I'm going to be referring to them in this video. So this video is going to be very much about me just kind of talking, but hopefully you'll stick with me until the end of the video because I really believe that it is quite interesting. So in the video we are told that Chloe suffers with a condition called BIID, which is Body Integrity Identity Disorder.
Due to a rare psychological disorder called BIID.
When you look up BIID, the basic definition for it is that it is when someone wants to become disabled and it will help them feel more complete. So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Chloe got in contact with me. She was very willing to chat to me, and she was very thankful in my compassion and understanding towards the subject and the video that I made. Now, the video that was made by Barcroft TV, which I will leave linked up there and I will leave it linked down below, was actually made in 2012. I'm going to be talking more about Chloe's thoughts and feelings on the video later on, but first of all, the most important thing that she really wanted to get across was that the biggest misconception in the video is that we are led to believe that Chloe is actually able-bodied.
Despite wishing she was paralysed, Chloe still takes part in extreme sports like skiing.
When in fact, Chloe has a number of disabilities, which I'll talk about in just a minute, but they edited out all references of her disabilities.
Chloe is actually able to walk perfectly, but chooses to live her life like a paraplegic.
So her first disability, which I'm actually going to read so that I get it right, is congenital bilateral moderate reverse slope hearing loss, which is hearing loss in both ears from birth. So that's why we were unable to have a telephone conversation. Chloe can't hear very well over the phone and she has to lip read. She also has another one which I'm going to read so I get right. Post-infectious autoimmune fibromyalgia, which she suffered from since 1986. With this, she suffers great pain 24/7, sometimes leaving her bedridden, unable to talk, unable to feed herself and look after herself for days on end. Another one I'm going to read. She also suffered a category D T10 T12 spinal cord injury in 2006 after a skiing accident. This causes a lot of pain, 25% muscle function in her left quadriceps, 30% in left hip abductors, lack of sensation in her thigh, genitalia, incontinence and muscle spasms. Other misrepresentations that I will touch upon briefly, which I kind of spoke about in the original video, was that they made it to appear that she didn't know the cause of the car crash that she had, when in actual fact she does.
In 2009, Chloe really did crash.
I couldn't say for sure at that time that I have not done it deliberately.
Another misconception that Chloe was quite keen to discuss was her skiing. So I asked her how her skiing had been adapted for her, and I'll read these points out as well. So she always comes to a stop downhill on her right leg. She always skis on the right side of ridges. She skis to the left side of the gullies and skis with asymmetric turns. And she tapes her left knee, which is partially paralysed knee, to compensate for her quadricep deficiency. Also, in the video, which is the most predominant part of the video, they made it appear that Chloe was seeking out paralysis and wanting to become a paraplegic, when in fact this is not the case. I'm actually going to quote Chloe's email here. In reality, I was looking into the possibility of converting the existing monoparesis to monoplegia. Mono being one, which is the one limb that's been affected. Paresis is partially paralysed, plegia fully paralysed. So she was actively seeking her partially paralysed leg to become fully paralysed. At this point I asked Chloe if she still wanted to go ahead with the surgeries, to which she replied, "No, I have no intention of going ahead with any surgeries." Now in the video, the original Barcroft TV video, I don't know why I keep pointing up there because I can only put it in the video once. We see Chloe going to have therapy to help her with BIID and the symptoms that it can cause.
To deal with the anxiety BIID causes her, Chloe sees psychotherapist Dr. Mark Mallon as often as she can.
So I asked Chloe, because she doesn't want to go ahead with the surgery, does she feel that the therapy has helped her? To which she replied, "Therapy has helped with the depression, anxiety and low confidence BIID causes, but therapy has no impact on BIID itself." Chloe said to me that she doesn't feel bothered by the BIID, but it will always be with her. You could almost say that the BIID is laying dormant. Chloe also sent me a lot of information about BIID. What I think is very important for this video is for me to explain BIID a little bit more the way I understand it. Now, I might not be explaining it in the best way. If you know of any websites that can be helpful, then please drop them down below. But basically, this is how I interpret BIID. BIID, Body Integrity Identity Disorder, is a congenital brain dysfunction. Congenital meaning from birth. BIID is typically exacerbated by trauma or disability at certain points within someone's life. And what's quite important here is that Chloe feels that her BIID was triggered by her spinal cord injury in 2006. One of the other questions that I put to Chloe was kind of like how she feels about the Barcroft TV video. As you know, that video actually gained millions of views, but knowing that it has completely sort of misrepresented her story and what she was planning to achieve from that video, I really wanted to hear her thoughts on it. Now, Chloe actually says, despite all of the misconceptions and it being factually incorrect, she was quite glad that the video was made based on the fact that it reached so many people. It resulted in hundreds of people with disabilities requesting her Facebook friendship to show their acceptance and support. It also resulted in her being invited to join around 20 disability support groups where she can talk openly about BIID when she feels it's relevant. Chloe feels that it is the acceptance of people with disabilities offering their support that really made a difference in her coping with her BIID. Consequently, making the Barcroft TV video, Chloe actually turns down around 95% of interviews, and since doing that, her videos and interviews that she does make tend to be more factually correct. I feel very privileged that Chloe wanted to speak to me today and give me the chance to get her story out there on YouTube. At the end of the day, Chloe was trying to make a video highlighting BIID, and she feels that the producers and the editors kind of twisted her story to make it into one shocking story to gain views, which I feel really kind of sad about. I have had newspaper articles written about me and they have very much bended it and twisted it and changed language, and it's not nice. I can't imagine how that she must have felt when that video came live. She has no legal grounds to ask for the video to be taken down, so unfortunately that video is out there for everyone to see. However, hopefully this video will give the opportunity to get her side of the story out. I'm glad that Chloe has found peace with the BIID and is continuing to live her life in Utah. I hope that this video has cleared up a few things for you. If you did find this video to be of use, then please feel free to share it, because the more we share it, the more Chloe is going to be able to get her true story out. I have spoken the words from Chloe's emails. This is the information I have. This is the information that Chloe wanted to share with me. So I hope that everyone will be quite respectful in the comments. I do look forward to reading what you've got to say about it. And really, at the end of the day, by making this video, hopefully it will get other BIID sufferers out there talking about their conditions, maybe getting some support and some help, and learning to live with the BIID. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to go and check out some other videos. It really helps my channel out. Thumbs up is always appreciated, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!